stop scrolling, because the fastest way to screw this up is walking into a shop today and buying whatever's sitting under the glass like it's good enough. I did that, confident, smug, paperwork signed, mags, holster, the whole damn commitment. Then I hit a basic drill on the timer. People behind me brass popping, everybody pretending not to watch, and that so-called 9mm safe pick gave me a dead moment I couldn't talk my way out of. That feeling isn't range drama. That's the same kind of pause that matters when it counts. This is the standard. If it fails, it's out. If it can't survive a bad day, junk ammo, sweaty hands, rush draws, it's not on this list. And if you can't actually buy it right now, it's not on this list either. Stay to the end, because number one is the gun you call cheap trash, right up until it makes your favorite look stupid in public. Last week, I was in a shop in San Antonio watching guys walk away disappointed again. Popular guns were gone or priced stupid. Then I saw one lone Beretta PX4 Storm sitting on the shelf. I'd always scrolled past it. Weird rotating barrel, odd shape. Not the gun anyone talks about, but I took it home anyway. 2 days later, my truck started acting up at a sketchy gas station outside town. While I was checking under the hood, two guys walked up from the shadows. My stomach dropped. I grabbed the PX4 from the console. It came up solid in my hand. The weight felt planted. They saw it and backed off quick. But as I stood there in the dark, with my heart still hammering, one thing kept bothering me. That rotating barrel system is smooth, but the grip is thicker than I like for all-day carry. It printed more than I wanted when I tested it earlier that week. And it's not as easy to hide as the smaller guns everyone's chasing. It worked when it mattered. It's actually available right now, without begging. But I'm still not sure I want to live with that extra bulk every single day. I used to think good enough was whatever was popular. The PX4 made me question that. Even if it comes with its own compromises, the next gun on this list has fewer of those. Sig Sauer P365 X Macro hit my hand, and I start looking for the lie. Because that combo, slim, high capacity, easy carry, always steals from somewhere. Snappy recoil, cramped grip, or it shoots like a compromise and you pretend you don't notice. This one pissed me off because it didn't give me the easy excuse. Shirt stuck to my back, holster digging. I run concealed draws with a timer like I'm late for something. No warm up, no, let me get settled. First mags feel normal, then I push it. Fast pairs. Reset. Fast pairs. I'm trying to make the X Macro act small. It doesn't. It stays flatter than it has any right to. The dot or front sight just comes back over and over. And that's when it gets dangerous, because I put it next to two older carry guns I used to respect, and suddenly their trade-offs look like a scam. Less capacity, more bulk, slower recovery, more work for the same hits. I'm standing there thinking, why the hell am I paying extra to give up performance? The price stings, SIG's variants make buying one feel like decoding a damn menu, and that grip length still messes with my head when concealment gets real. I carry it anyway, and I keep waiting for the bill to show up. I talked myself into buying the Wilson Combat SFX9, even though I knew it was ridiculous. Weeks 3 ago, I saw one listed locally for almost $3,000. My brain said no. My gut said I'd regret not trying it. I drove there anyway. The second it hit my hand, I felt that dangerous pull. The trigger was stupidly good. The gun balanced perfectly. I ran a few mags and it shot softer and flatter than anything I'd carried before. I bought it on the spot like an idiot. Last weekend I was testing it on a remote lease when I heard glass break near my truck. I sprinted back and caught a guy halfway inside. The SFX9 came up fast in my hand. He saw it and ran, but standing there afterward, breathing hard, something felt off. Yes, the gun performed. Yes, it felt incredible. But that price tag is heavy. And if I'm being honest, carrying something this expensive every day makes me paranoid in a way my cheaper guns never did. One bad day, one bad draw, and I lose something I can't easily replace. I finally own the gun that feels like a cheat code. But now I'm stuck wondering if I just bought myself a new problem I didn't need. Right now, you can still find them if you move quick. I'm not sure if I made the smart move or the expensive one. The Hellcat Pro is the one I recommended like my name didn't matter. A few days later, my phone rings and it's him, calling from the range. No yelling, no rant, just this quiet pause and then, Steve, I don't know yet. That's the sentence you don't want after you told somebody to buy a gun. Because now, it's not just his money, it's my mouth. He says it feels sharper than he expected, and the grip's chewing him up. And I'm standing there staring at the floor doing the ugly math. Transfer, mags, holster, all the little stuff that turns a try it into a commitment. Guys panic after one rough session, dump the gun at a loss, buy the next safe option, and pay the same tax twice. So I tell him, don't baby it. Heat it up, fast pairs, longer strings. Work it when your hands get tired and your grip gets lazy. Then call me. 2 weeks later, he calls again and says, I hate that I'm starting to trust it. That line stuck worse than the first one, because it means the Hellcat Pro doesn't win you over. It wears you down until you stop arguing with it. And I still don't like that, because the next pistol on this list made me realize how easy it is to talk someone into confidence, and how hard it is to take responsibility back. I bought the third Walther PDP Compact, thinking it would be a nice upgrade. Clean lines, great trigger, good optic setup. What I didn't expect was how much it would start fucking with my head. Last week, I was in a heavy rainstorm near Bourne, pulling into a dark parking lot. A guy in a hoodie was already circling my truck. When I got out, he came straight at me. My hand went for the PDP. It drew fast. The grip locked in even with wet hands. The dot found him quick. He froze, then backed off and disappeared between the cars. But sitting in the truck afterward, soaked and still wired, I couldn't shake this uneasy feeling. The PDP Compact shoots and handles better than my old Glock 19 in almost every way. And that's starting to bother me, because now I'm carrying a gun that makes me feel every compromise I accepted for years. The price wasn't crazy, but the mental shift has been. Every time I holster it, I'm reminded that I was settling before. It's available right now. You can still walk in and buy one, but I'm not sure I like what it's doing to me. I used to feel confident with whatever I had on my belt. Now I feel the difference every single day. And I don't know if that's a good thing or if I just opened a door I can't close. PSA Dagger Micro sat under the glass, like a bad decision that happened to be in stock. I walked in for the usual micro stuff everybody swears is the only answer. And the case looked like a famine. Empty slots, dumb price tags, a clerk shrugging like that's normal now. The Dagger Micro was just there, available, cheap enough to feel suspicious. Receipt still warm, bag on the passenger seat, and I'm sitting in the parking lot staring at it like it's gonna bite me. Because budget doesn't stay budget when you're wrong. Transfer fee, holster, extra mags, ammo. Now you've paid to get trapped. And I've made that mistake before, so I didn't drive home. I turned straight into the range. No warm-up, no slow fire ego stroking. First mag cold, fast pairs, reloads on the clock. One-hand strings, just to see if it got weird when my grip got lazy. I kept waiting for the cheap gun moment. Something sloppy, something that makes you start watching the gun instead of the sights. The only thing that happened was this tiny hesitation when seating a mag. Barely a thing, but enough to tighten my stomach. I pushed harder right after it, and the Dagger Micro kept cycling. Kept landing hits. Kept acting like it belonged on a belt. That's what annoys me. If it was trash, I'd be done. The gun on this list didn't scare me at the counter. It scared me later when I realized what I almost trusted without checking. I swore I would never put a Ruger RXM on my body. Every time I saw it online, I rolled my eyes. Another budget modular pistol trying to play with the big boys. Plastic, cheap name, looked like something you'd see on a clearance table. I called it disposable trash more than once. Then last month, I finally tried one. I took it out to a rough blast near Johnson City for a real test. Late in the day, while I was packing up, I heard movement near my truck. Two guys were already messing with the tailgate. No time to think. I drew the RXM. The gun felt shockingly good in my hand. The grip module locked in. the dot came up fast, and it ran like it had no business running that clean. They saw it, froze, and took off running. I stood there in the dirt, breathing hard, looking down at this gun I used to shit on. Here's what's fucking with me now. The RXM is legitimately one of the best shooting and most practical carry pistols I've tested this year. Modular, optics ready, reliable, and you can still actually buy one right now without hunting or paying a premium. Most guys are still calling it cheap trash, while it quietly does everything they say they want. I fought it the hardest, and it turned out to be the one I keep reaching for. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Bad day proof and actually available. No unicorns, no good luck finding one. If you can't buy it, it doesn't belong on your short list. I bought the safe pick once and paid for it twice. Once at the counter and once when it showed its teeth on the clock. That's why these made it. They keep running when your grip gets lazy, your ammo gets ugly, and your nerves get loud. And no, I don't feel clean about number one. It fixes a problem I hated admitting I had, and that still pisses me off. Drop what's actually sitting on shelves where you live, and what you bought when your first choice vanished. I'm Steve. Don't buy easy, and call it trust.